Hello learners, welcome to our channel Instructors Point. My name is Ishan Kesavani and today I will be solving one more Accenture coding question. So previously I have also solved one question and the question was of difference of sum, but today I will be solving one more question and this time I need to calculate the large sum, large or a small sum. So what I need to do basically is the function will accept an integer array of size length as its argument. You can mention any of the size as any of the variable name. So that's not a very big deal. And you are required to return the sum of the second largest element from the even position and second smallest from the odd position. So now basically what are your inputs, and you have to input the array and then the output will be 7. Why 7? Because here is the explanation. Second largest among even positions is 3 and the second largest among odd position is 4. So that's why you have got output as 7, because the result of 3 plus 4 is 7. So now let's see how to code this. But before coding this question, let's check out some of the MCQs which are very important from the placement point of view. So I have selected these two MCQs for today. So please let me know if you like this or not, that I need to include the MCQs between the programming or not. So first question is that post or a traversal of any given search tree, T produces the following sequence of keys, and here we have given a key. Which one of the following sequences of keys can be result of an in-order traversal? So now, as we are given a post-order traversal, so we already know that in post-order traversal, the root node will always be at last. So we came to know that 29 is the root node. And in-order traversal, we all know that the root node occurs in between. So let's check out the options. So here, if you check all these options, you can see that 29 here is at the last index, and here the 29 is at the first index, and here also the 29 is at the last index. So these three cannot be our answers. So only this one is our answer. And other reason behind this to that why it is correct is that in our traversal, you will always get the list in the ascending order. So now moving to the second question. Second question states that you are given the pointers to the first and the last nodes of a singly linked list. Which of the following operations are dependent on the length of the linked list? So we have given some options A, B, C and D. So what is the correct option? So let's first read out the options. Delete the first element or insert a new element as a first element, and then delete the last element of the list and add a new element at the end of the list. So to solve this question, you first need to know in which operation do you need the length of the linked list. So our answer will be delete the last element of the linked list. Why is it so? Because deleting the last element of the linked list, you will have to need the pointer to the previous node. So that's why your answer is delete the last element of the linked list. So now moving to our coding. So friends, please let me know in the comment section that whether you need MCQs in between the programming or not, so that I will make necessary changes if you are not interested with the MCQs. So let's start coding, and we need to find the sum of the large number and the smallest number from the second index and at the even and odd position. So first of all, I will define a main method. Say it is public static void main. It is always public static void main. Public static void main string args. I have forgot to write step void static void main string args. Oh, sorry. Yes, now it's fine. So now what I need to do is I need to take the array as an input from the user. So first of all, I will need a scanner class. So scanner sc is equals to new scanner system.in. So for this I will need to import the scanner class, and how will I do it at? And I will just right click here and import the java.util.scanner class. So now I will ask the user to enter the size of the array. So system.out.println println, and here I will mention enter the number of elements or the size of the array. So now I will take this input in the n variable. Int n is equals to sc dot next int, and now I will define an array. Say it is int ar is equals to new int, and the size will be n. So now since I need to find out the sum of the second index at the even index and at the odd index, so I need two arrays more. One will be an even array and other will be an odd array. So simply define, let me define an array. Even is equals to new int, and the size will be half of the original array, that is n by 2 plus 1. And similarly I will define an odd array to store the odd indexes only. New int n by 2 plus 1. And now what I need to do is, and here I have missed a equal to symbol. So what I need to do is, I need some variable. Say it is temp. Why I need temp variable? Because I need to check the elements of the array. So I need a temp variable and a sum variable so as to calculate the sum of the numbers. And then I will also be need one odd variable. Odd, say it is odd count. What it will do is, it will count the elements in the odd array. So let me initialize it with 0, and similarly I need an even count which will count the elements of the even array. So now I need to traverse through all the elements of my array. So for this I will be using for loop for int I is equals to 0 and I less than n and I plus plus. And now what will I do is, I will ask the user to enter the number. So system.out.println system.out.println enter the number. And now I will take the input in the my array. So array of I is equals to sc dot next int. And now I have taken my inputs in the array. And now what will I do is, I will just calculate the elements at the, I will just populate this even array and odd array. So how to do that? I will just check whether the index is divisible by 2 or not. So if the index will be divisible by 2, then it will be stored in the even array, and the element will be stored in even array. And if the index is not divisible by 2, then it will be stored in the odd array. So after this for loop, for, and again I will be using the one integer I, and this is a local variable, that's why I can use it multiple times, and I less than array dot length and I plus plus. And now I will check the condition if I, so I need to, I can also write from 1 to array dot length, but I am writing it here as from 0 to array dot length less than array dot length. So I modulus 2, if this is equal to 0, then in that case I need to populate my even array. So even of even count, and initially my even count value is 0, so it will go at the 0th index, and it will store from the array of I, and I will increment the even count. That's all. And in the else part I will populate my odd array. So odd and its odd count, that is 0th index, because I have initialized the odd count with 0 initially, and I will populate it with array of I, and I will increment the odd count value simply. That's all. And now what I need to do is I need to calculate the sum of the element at the this even array and sum of the element at the second position of this odd array. And so after this for loop, yes, after this for loop, I will write another for loop for int I is equals to 0, I is less than even count, that is the number of elements in my even array. And inside this, I will write a condition to traverse through from j for int j. Oh, I have written o instead of 0. Yes, j is equals to I plus 1, because I need to compare the elements in my array. So j plus 1 and j is less than even count and j plus plus. Now what I need to do is I need to compare the elements in my even array. So if even of I is greater than even of even of j, then in such a case I will just swap the values. So temp, because I am now arranging the values in the ascending order, that's why I'm doing so that it will be easier for me to calculate the second largest element. That's why I'm doing so. So even of I, and then I will store the even of I in even of j, and then even of j. This is a simple logic so as to just to swap the elements. And temp, yes, that's all. And now I will do the same thing for the odd array, because I need to arrange that array in the ascending order as well. So let me copy this whole code and just paste it after this. Yes, and let me just change even with odd, because my odd array is named as odd. So let me just change it. I am swapping this because I need to arrange the my array in the ascending order. That's why I am writing all this swapping code. And here it will be odd count. And I have written something wrong, I think so. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. And I have swapped the values. So I just need to add the numbers and print the sum now. So sum is equals to even of 1, because I need the second largest element and I have arranged my array in the ascending order. That's why I am doing so, even of 1 and even odd of 1. So that will give me the addition of the only the second largest elements. So now I will print it out. System dot out dot println sum is plus sum. That's all. Now let me just compile this code and run it. So let me enter the number of elements as 6, and I will enter 3, 2, 1, 7, 5 and 4. And so I have got the output as sum is 7. So you can see that this is our desired output, and the input was 321,754. So that's all. You have seen that how easily we can code this program and calculate the sum of the second largest element at the even position and at the odd position. So I've also uploaded many videos on the placement preparation, so you can go and check it out under our placement preparation playlist. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel for more such videos.